Good evening, and welcome to part 2 of our Lego Jurassic Park stream. Last night we looked at 2 of the Lego Jurassic Park sets, featuring 2 of the friendlier dinosaurs. But today we'll be looking at 2 sets that feature the dinosaurs that actually eat people. So, nice thematic split there. I'll show you what we got for tonight, including the big one. This big box in the back, this set contains 2 dinosaurs, unlike the ones we looked at yesterday and this first one that only have 1 each. But yeah, today we'll be looking at the predatory, the primal dinosaurs, the Dilophosaurus, and then the Velociraptor and the Tyrannosaurus. As we allow the full fury of dinosaurs to be unleashed. Let's get this big box off the table. It's so big it doesn't even fit on the camera. And we're going to start by focusing on this set here. This is our other Jurassic Park truck. And it comes with the Dilophosaurus, which is that one crested dinosaur which spits poison from the movie. And that's what the back of the box looks like. And the featured character in this set is Dennis Nedry. He's the computer scientist who was secretly a spy for a rival organization who turned off the park's security systems in order to attempt to steal embryos and smuggle them off the island. However, we all know how that turned out both for him and for everyone else involved. And his death scene is probably one of the most graphically shown death scenes in the whole movie. He got his karma. So, let's go ahead and get this open. Oh, did I show you the back of the box? And of course. Alright, so let's get this open. And I've pulled out one of my tools. I think the bigger set does come with a tool. But since we're starting with the smaller set today, we don't have that tool yet. So let's see what we got here. We got 2 numbered bags, it looks like. Okay, this one doesn't have a separate wrapper for the dinosaur. This one, the dinosaur just comes exposed. And it's made of that softer plastic. Although he is missing his little jaw piece. That must be in the bag. So we do have a sticker sheet. You can see how most of the stickers represent a truck that is splattered and covered with mud. There's actually a storm going on in the scene. Here's our paper instructions. You know what we do with these. We have these instructions up here. So that's the instructions. And we have bag 2 we'll set aside. We have the sticker sheet, our Dilophosaurus, and I'll show you better. And it's not posable. This little dinosaur is not posable. Oh, with the jaw being a separate piece, I guess he moves his mouth a little bit. I'll show you a closer view of the Dilophosaurus once we attach his jaw piece and you can see him proper. Go ahead and get this into position as well. Alright, let's spread out the pile. And there's the jaw. Let's go ahead and attach it. Let's attach it correctly. So he opens his mouth a little bit if you wanted to. But there's the Dilophosaurus. Pretty cool looking. A little more colorful than the dinosaurs we saw yesterday. But not quite as impressive. It's much smaller. Almost no posability on this thing. And that's what he looks like with the mouth open. Anyway, so let's set him down, and let's get ready to build here. Let's get into it. So bag 1 shows the dinosaur and the base of the truck, and then bag 2 is finishing the truck and building the scenery. So we have our dinosaur. We've done him already. And all we have to do is put we need to put his lunch together. A little bit of dark humor there, if you know the movie. So no accessories for him to hold, so we'll just... So he has 2 faces. He has this regular scared and nervous face, which is the one we're actually going to use, and one face that is specific to the scene, and that's him after the dinosaur spits its poison on him. That's him while he's actively dying. So we're just going to use his scared face for this one, because then he's more versatile and can be used in more setups if we don't show him actively dying. And then we'll put his little hair on like that. And here is our Dennis Nedry figure. We'll just seat him here and pray the dino doesn't snack on him while we build his getaway truck. But we all know how the movie turns out, so I guess it's a foregone conclusion. Alright, let's start building the truck. So yesterday we saw service truck number 18 in the Jurassic Park fleet. This is going to be service truck 12, I think, is what it said on the sticker. Yeah, 12. But it's so unlike Speed Champions, we've been building these vehicle chassis from the ground up. Well, most of Speed Champions, a few of them had brick-built bases, but I've run out of Speed Champions to collect, so part of the reason why we're looking at other Lego, but we got a lot of Lego coming to this channel over the next few weeks. And as cool as this set is, and the ones we did last night, the big one is what we're doing after this. Okay, and we're going to get our first sticker. One, two, three, four. So 10 stickers it looks like on this sticker sheet. And we need to get the white tile. There it is. And I need to get my sticker. You'll notice that this truck has a lot of brown detailing around its edges as we finish. That's the reason why this truck is more brown than gray, is because there's a storm going on in the scene in the movie, and the truck gets covered with mud as it splashes through muddy roads. So you can see the vehicle identification tag, and you can see mud splash on it over the Jurassic Park logo. Alright, now we're putting in some Technic pins. Alright. So yeah, this is probably the smallest of the 5 dinosaur figures in the Jurassic Park 2-part stream that we're doing. And now we're going to do an assembly. Okay. Well, this build is actually completely different from the other truck we did, even though they're meant to be the same kind of truck. Although I did notice from the pictures that one had kind of a cage top, and this one has a more solid top. So it could be that they're different models from the same line in terms of vehicle manufacturer in universe. Maybe later on, when we finish the truck, maybe I'll pull out the other truck for comparison.
Look at me.
Okay. Transparent plates and tiles on vehicles usually means lights. So, yeah, this is definitely part of the assembly for either the front or the back. I think this is going to be the back, judging by how it looks, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think that's the back rather than the front. So this is how that back looks like so far as we build it up. and then some filler bricks to build up the bulk of the vehicle a little bit. This particular set, being the smallest and cheapest of the 4 sets, has actually been on my wish list for several months. And it finally got to be featured on my stream. Okay. Sorry if I'm not talking much. Right now I'm trying to focus. The temple had a nice dinner event tonight. That was fun. Let's see, there are anti-studs. Let me just see something real quick. It looks like there are anti-studs on the feet. So you could theoretically, if you line it up correctly, put them on a plate like that. We'll see if we want to play around with that when I do the display. We're starting to fill in some of the interior shaping. I just saw a second copy of the jaw piece. So of course that's going to spare bits. I have no use for a second jaw with another without another whole dinosaur. Okay, that's one way to line them up. And now we're going to do the next sticker, which is the number 2 sticker. Okay, maybe I should have put the brick down first. because there's a line on that sticker that's clearly meant to line up where the plate separates. Let me try and adjust this sticker real quick. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better lined up. So that's the sticker we just put on. The Jurassic Park logo, some more mud stains on the side, and another iteration of the identification number. And now we're going to put the matching sticker on the other side. And that one I got right first try because I knew what to expect. So there's that sticker. Let me just make sure. I think I'm not having technical issues. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going. Did I miss something somewhere? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, we're good. All right. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything as we go along, because that was scary yesterday when we had that issue with the tree that caused us to waste like 15 minutes. I don't want to do anything like that tonight, so let's make sure we're doing things correctly the first time. Now suddenly with that red brick there and that new context, suddenly there's some serious gapping going on this sticker. I need to adjust this sticker on this side. I just want to make sure that the gaps aren't too wide, because there is color blocking going on in the bricks as well. It'd be one thing if all the color blocking was in the stickers, but some of it's in the bricks, which means gaps don't look all that great. In the context of the placement of these bricks, though, I don't think it can be helped too much, as long as it doesn't look terrible. And I think I just made that sticker worse by trying to adjust it. Oh well, let's just keep going. This truck splashed through the mud, so if it's not all perfectly laid out, it's not really that big a deal, because this truck is not in the best physical condition in the movie, so. Alright, let's just keep going here. As you can see, the way the tiles are two different colors, that's more of the mud splash effect going on. This mud splash has what looks like a dinosaur claw print on it. That's what it looks like. Okay, that deals with part of the gapping. Interesting. So that goes down like that. You can see from the side of the vehicle how it looks like the dinosaur is trying to come into the vehicle. And it also is the beginning of shaping for some wheel arches. And here we get the sticker for the other side, which looks basically like some more mud patterns here. Those look like minifigure feet trying to run away. Yeah, that looks like minifigure feet. And this will go on this side. That'll punch in there. And then we got some more wheel arches going on there. And that's what it looks like on that side. So the dinosaur is trying to climb in through one window, and the minifigure is trying to run away through the other window. Excuse me a minute. I'm making a mess of things. Nothing fell on the table. It's just my organization area is kind of getting cluttery. Alright, time for bag 2. Let's get these bits off. And it looks like bag 2 is going to begin with an assembly. So we'll take this truck body off to the side for a bit. And wow, that was close. That literally jumped out of my fingers as I was holding it. Let's take the wheels aside like I usually do so that they don't roll around on us. Alright, wheels are set aside and ready to go when we get there. And there's a very special piece in this pile as well, which we'll get to when we get to. Oh yeah, and the frog. All 4 of these Jurassic Park sets have a hidden frog piece that represents something other than an actual frog. The Brachiosaurus had one representing a flower bud. The Triceratops had one representing a bit, the top bit of the dino poo. And the frog piece in this set is white. So we'll find out shortly what it's supposed to represent. But for now, let's focus on finishing the truck, because there's still a small scenery build when we finish the truck. This one has the same printed grill tile that the other truck had. Alright, we're going to keep going. So it looks like we're building a bunch of shaping for the front end of the vehicle, I think. And here's another place where we have 2 different colors going on. So some more mud splashing, I guess. And here we have the vehicle identification number sticker again. So there's this whole front section, complete with the identification number sticker, the lights, the grille, and this section will attach to the front end of the truck like this. And then we get another tile going on here. There's the gray tile. And this one is going to be this big sticker. There's the big sticker that we just put on at the front of the vehicle, JP12. Some more mud splatters. Let's keep going. Alright, so now we're going to start building up the back detailing for the truck. The other truck had an open cage. This one looks like it's more enclosed in the back. But otherwise, I think they're meant to represent the same model truck in terms of in-universe manufacturer, I think. Don't quote me on that. Okay, this one will go up here, like this. And we're going to tile up this plate. It looks like this is going to be the top of the canopy here. That goes on top of the truck like this. So yeah. And it's meant to be removed so that you can put a minifigure inside. Since most people's fingers are too big to reach through those windows. Alright, let's... Wow, that was close. Let's try and center that. Okay, so that's what that section looks like when attached over the front canopy, giving it more of a feel of those industrial trucks. And like the other truck, there's a big spare wheel on the back here. Like that. Oh, and I forgot to show you what the wheel looks like. So here's what the wheel looks like for this truck. I think that's the same wheel as the truck yesterday. One more wheel. And with that, the truck is wheeled up and ready to roll. Here's our little truck. Actually, it's kind of a big truck. And of course, you can take off the canopy to put Mr. Nedry inside. Let's go ahead and build the scenery now. A jumper tile. Oh, you know what we're doing here? You know what this is? This is an officially licensed Barbasol can. There's actually a Barbasol can right here in this apartment, in our bathroom, but it's not mine. But here, my camera's not going to focus, but there's Barbasol. It's even got a printed lid there. And it looks like our white frog friend here is going next to the can to represent a drip, to represent some spilled shaving cream from the Barbasol can. So if we put that right here, coming off the can like that. And so now our little white frog is spilled shaving cream from the Barbasol can. That's a pretty clever use of frog number 3, I guess. Oh, we got this big jungle fern leaf piece in 2 different colors of green, 2 different shades of green. It's cool when they differentiate shades like that. Gives it a little more detail. Let's see, how do these line up? Interesting. All right. And here's a sticker that we're supposed to put on the round tile here. Oh, I know what this represents here. We attach the tile and it spins freely on that frictionless pin. Oh, this is that signpost that got knocked over in the storm and was spinning every which way. But did I forget a piece? Yeah, I did forget a piece. So let's fix that real quick. Glad I caught that before it became a problem. Alright. So now we're going to put these bricks on top of the sign like that. And here's a map of Jurassic Park Island showing the way to the dock, as evidenced by the boat icon on the map. And the sign just says, the sign under the map just says East Dock. Even though the picture shows the west side of the map. So this is what the top of that sign looks like with the map and the East Dock label. And this goes here on top of the signpost. And of course the spinning arrow, because this sign got knocked down in the storm. So there is no way off the island. And in fact, the whole sign, that's why it's on a jumper, so the whole sign can be knocked over in his rush to get away from the dinosaur. Let's take these aside. The empty sticker sheet. And let's just take a moment to enjoy what we just built before we clear the way for the big one. So here's our truck. Splattered with mud. Here's our little piece of scenery, complete with a sign, and of course, back here, the spilled Barbasol can, which is in there somewhere, right where my finger is. And of course, we have Dennis Nedry and our Dilophosaurus. And as dangerous and predatory as this dino is, we've got two even scarier dinos coming up in the next box. So let's bring out the big one. Again, can't really show this one on camera. This one comes with 6 people and 2 dinos. We will have 2 of the people we have seen before, but these are different versions of their minifigures. And then we got 4 other characters we haven't seen yesterday. Let's go ahead and get this big one open. know from peeking at the instructions that there's 5 numbered bags in this one. So let me just, we'll take it down to the side. Here's bag 5. I'll just set that off to the side. Here's bag 1. We need that right away. And I can see there's another separator in here. Okay, this paper bag is going to be one of the dinosaurs. This paper bag is going to be the smaller of the dinosaurs. And I'm just going to set those aside. If we do the dinosaurs up front, they're going to be a little distracting. So well, I think we're going to do them after bag 3 and bag 4. So you can enjoy them for a little bit. And here, it has this cardboard packet for the instruction book. This big, huge paper instruction book here. You know what we do with that. Meanwhile, we have here an unnumbered baggie with just some triangular panels in it, or triangular plates, I should say. This I'll set aside till we need those specific pieces. Here's bag 2. Alright, here's bag 4, and here's bag 3. And there's still a little something down here. Okay, I think that's everything that's in this box. And here's another dinosaur piece, it feels like. I think I know what this piece is. So these 3 paper packets here contain the dinosaur pieces. I have to figure out which ones are which by feel. Because we're going to reveal the dinosaurs one after bag 3 and one after bag 4, I think. So we'll worry about that a little bit later. Oh, and here, there's some other stuff going on down here. We have here a When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth ribbon. I'll set that aside until it's called for. And we have here this sticker sheet with 9 stickers on it, including a couple of really big ones. I am not looking forward to placing those stickers. Big ones are a pain. Let's get our instructions pulled up. And we can align this a little bit better. Alright, we have our instructions up. Of course, we have a brick separator in the first. So yeah, we got to figure out how these dinos go together. So the Velociraptor is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, a pin. So 7 for the Velociraptor. The T-Rex is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Rex. Okay, so yeah. In bag 1, we also, it shows that we need these plates. And this is one where it looks like we're going to get the characters split between different bags. So let's go ahead and open up these plates because it says we need them for bag 1. And the dinosaur parts, we'll pull out the Velociraptor after bag 3, and we'll pull out the T-Rex after bag 4. Since I've already pulled a tool for this stream, we're going to take this one that came with the set, and I'm just going to set it off to the side here. Wow, my stack of separators is growing. So this character we're building in bag 1 is Dr. Alan Grant. We saw him yesterday in a slightly different outfit. But here is our second Dr. Grant. And he just has this one face choice for this version of the figure. This confident smile he's got. Picture doesn't show him holding any accessories. So here's Dr. Grant. And we will set him down to watch and wait for the rest of the build. And he'll be joined by some of his friends soon. Okay, dinosaurs we'll do later so as not to distract. And we're going to start with a big building now. Let's see. So we're going to start with this piece. And here is the base plate piece that they use for CMF series, collectible minifigure series. In most series they use the plain black one, but there are a few series where they have different colored ones or printed ones. But it's also used a lot in actual builds as well, such as here. Excuse me. So right now we're building the foundations of the Jurassic Park Visitor Center building, which is like that really big museum-like building they have in the middle of the park, where a lot of the action takes place in both the opening sequences of the movie and then again at the climax. Where's the other one of those? There it is. Okay. I hope this building fits on my desk. And from the detail apparent in the pictures, I hope I can like turn it freely as I need to work on it. Mostly I just hope it's structurally sound enough to move intact. We're starting off with a lot of Star Wars gray here. Okay. So these go on here like this. And wow, that shows you just how massive the floor plan for this building is going to be as we start building it up. Alright, let's put this so that's facing where I'm working. It's best if it's oriented towards me. How the instructions show, so that I don't incorrectly place pieces. We're starting to secure those first two big triangles into place now, it looks like. And here is where it stops being symmetric, because the sections, there's going to be two different rooms featured on either side of the main entrance. Oh, that's an interesting plate. I've never seen this kind before, the A plate. Ah, and now we're getting into actual bricks, which means we're going to start to build up the walls now. We're going to start to give some dimension to this floor plan. And then some brackets, it looks like, that are going to be the front of the building. There actually is a Lego set of the iconic Jurassic Park gate with a big brick-built T-Rex. And there's also a juniorized raptor pen breakout. And also there is a diorama scene of the T-Rex attacking the tour car. I didn't get those sets. I figure the 4 sets here are enough to make a nice Jurassic Park display with. Okay, we gotta... It shows this big door we're putting up on the front here. So let me go ahead and put that together. I gotta make sure the doors actually attach into the door frame completely, like that, or not. I think this is the biggest door frame piece that I've ever worked with. I've done Lego doors before, but I think this is the biggest door frame piece I have. There we go. And then there's little brown plates on the doors. And this big door frame goes in the middle here, like that. And then you can open the doors and go inside. For now, you can also walk around the doors, but that's going to be closed off pretty quickly. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and keep building up the rest of the facade. Okay, so far it's not so big that I can't turn it and access bits that I need to. But that can change as the building goes up and develops. We'll see. We'll see how this floor plan turns out in the coming pages. Alright, let's see what I can do with this here. It helps if I have the pieces facing the correct way. Okay, looks like this goes here, and then I have to build one more of those little tower bits. That goes there. Okay, so looks like the front wall is coming up. We have some brackets that we need to attach things to as the wall develops. And then we have this long brick here that's going to secure the door and the front walls into place. Like that. And now this front wall is one solid unit and not going anywhere. And now it has us working finally from the back, but I can't really, I need to be able to see what I'm doing, so maybe if I kind of do a half turn, maybe I can still follow the instructions and you can try to see what we're doing here. So it looks like we're building some interior walls now for the side rooms. Okay, we're doing some potted plants here, it looks like. Okay, we have one plant on here, on that tile. In real life construction, of course, the potted plant is a piece that you add after you finish the rest of the building. But in the case of Lego, when building the rest of the building is going to block access to where you want to put your plant, it makes sense to build things in as you do each room and section. So here's a potted plant for this tile. Oh, cool. Now we're putting in the murals, it looks like. So we're going to take this big frame piece, and we're going to pop in the transparent piece. Let's line it up and get it flat. So we've made this window, and now we're going to apply a big sticker over the window. Except it looks like we want to do the sticker from this side. Let's see. It's showing us the window on that side and the sticker facing away. So we want to put the sticker on the inside of the window. At least we have the window frame. I was going to say at least we have the window frame to help us line it up, but no. That's totally out of alignment. It's not straight at all. But I think I can pull it up. It wasn't pressed in quite all the way, so I should be able to fix it with that. Yeah, I think when we do the one for the other side, we're going to put the sticker on first and then pop the window into the frame. Let's try that again. So we have the sticker, line it up against the corner. Line it up against the edge of the window frame. Not the window frame, the window itself. Still crooked. Now this is one sticker that's big enough that if it's crooked, it'll be obvious. So we need to make this as straight as possible. And we won't be able to adjust it once we... Alright, that's pretty good. So now we will pop the sticker back into the frame. And I can tell it's not perfectly centered, but it'll be good enough. And here's our little mural. And I like how they've designed this. And this one will pop into this interior wall like this. And now we're going to do the other big window. And this dinosaur on this sticker is actually a Parasaurolophus, who is a dinosaur that was not actually in the first Jurassic Park movie. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll put this sticker in like this. And that's what this window looks like. And this one will go in like this. And now we're setting up some more columns on the corners of the floor. Did I mess something up? No, I didn't mess anything up. We're also supposed to put columns here to finish off these inside walls. Excuse me a moment. All right.
Wait.
Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, the Parasaurolophus on that sticker, that's a dinosaur that wasn't even in the first Jurassic Park movie. And then this one looks like it's a Velociraptor, one of the more prominent dinosaurs from the first movie. Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, Dilophosaurus all had their moments, but I think we all remember the Velociraptor and the T-Rex most. They're probably the most iconic from that first movie. Okay. So now we're going to put these big plates on. And we're going to start, we're basically finishing up the structural bits, it looks like. Okay, so it looks like we're building a little ceiling fan that's going to go on the underside of this plate. I wondered what that propeller piece was for. So here's our little ceiling fan. It actually spins. Alright, how does this line up? And then this section will go over here on top of the structure on this side. So yeah, the ceiling fan works. Alright, and that says it's time for bag 2. We're going to leave one of the pins aside for when we need it, when we set up the Velociraptor. But bag 2, let's get out bag 2. And bag 2, it looks like we got 2 minifigures. This is going to be John Hammond's grandkids, the children of the movie. Lex and Tim, I think their names were. I don't know why you would bring kids to such a dangerous park, untested. But of course, I guess the idea was they needed opinions from all demographics. And, I mean, they were Hammond's grandkids, so of course he would want to share it with them. But still, he put his grandchildren in unnecessary danger there. So, let's make sure. Oh, and I see the frog for this set is a pink frog. I wonder what it will be used to represent. Okay, seriously, which face is which? Or are they pretty much interchangeable? The kids are brother and sister in the movie. But I seriously can't tell. These faces are nearly identical. Maybe they are identical. We'll give them both smiley faces. But they both also have a concerned / sad / worried / scared face. Let's give them the smileys for now, though. So here's the boy. We'll put him over here with Dr. Grant. And they have the short kid leg pieces, which means they can't sit. Those legs don't articulate, the kid legs. I'm looking now for blue pants. Also in the kitty size. I hope I put the correct head on the correct bodies here, because I couldn't tell them apart. And we need to attach the hair. Oh, that's a cute hair piece. So that's the girl. I think when the dinosaurs come out, we'll switch everyone over to their concerned faces. Their scared faces, I guess we'll call it. So the kids have entered the our Jurassic Park celebration now. Okay, how am I going to do this such that you can see it on stream and I can see what I'm building? I guess we can try angling it like that because we're in the left room right now. So we're going to start with what looks like a little bit of a table here. So we're building now the side room that has the ceiling fan. Oh, and looks like we have a little bowl. And this yellow ice cream piece. Goes into the bowl. And you know what this is? I think this is supposed to represent dinosaur eggs. I think that represents eggs. And this will go into here. This room, the Velociraptor room, like that. And I don't think you can see what I just did, but that's okay, because it's awkward trying to do things such that you can see it on camera while simultaneously I can see what I'm doing. Oh, well, we'll do our best. Especially because we've got big walls of the structure in the way now of us being able to see everything. It's not like the vehicles where everything is exposed up until the very end. This is a building. And walls get in the way. Excuse me. So it looks like we're building a table now. But this table does have brackets. So, is that eggs? This may not be. You know what? That's not eggs. I think we're building. Wasn't there a scene where Hammond had set up an ice cream buffet for his visitors that they never got to enjoy because all hell broke loose? I think that's what we're building up here. Yeah, because this looks like different pieces representing ice cream here. And various other sweet treats that go with ice cream. Yeah, it looks like we have some little pieces representing cookies here. Some little blue ice cream swirls here. Yeah, this is the dessert. This is the dessert party that Hammond had set up. That's what we're building right now. And you know what's going on? This piece right here is where we put our little pink frog on. The frog represents strawberry ice cream, maybe? Something delicious, at least. And little candles next to the spread to help set the mood. The first part of the movie was everything was pretty festive before the dinos got loose. Then things turn. The movie's like a whole different vibe. The first half of the movie and the second half of the movie. So bag 3, after bag 3 and after bag 4 is when we'll bring the dinosaurs out. One after each bag. Because it's not Jurassic Park without dinosaurs. Okay, so this little dessert spread we just built. That's our dessert table. Complete with strawberry ice cream pink frog piece. And this is going to go into the room underneath the ceiling fan. Like, how does that line up? Like this. I want to make sure this whole thing is secure, and it is. And now we're doing potted roses, it looks like. Well, maybe not roses, but potted red flowers. There's a little flower pot, which goes down right here next to this column. And now it looks like we're going to build a wall section. Okay, we're gonna, that goes there. And I can't really do this such that the other big chunk of building isn't going to be in the way, so sorry about that. I do the best I can. So that goes there. And this one goes here. Okay, this looks like a similar thing to what we did before, so we'll go that, 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 and where's the other piece? Right there. This goes on like this. And then we have some window pieces. And these window pieces are just plain windows. And we don't have to worry about sticker alignments on these because they stay plain. Alright, that goes there. And then another one of these pillar sections. Goes right there. And then two more windows. Well, we're only an hour and a half into stream, and we're making good progress tonight. Okay. So this will go here, and then we're building another pillar once I get this piece on. That goes here. And And so now it shows this section attaches on. Okay, using that A plate from before is how you get the angling for this section. So that's the front facade for the visitor center that kind of closes off the inside room. So before I secure that into place, let me just give you a good view of the party room. There's our nice little dessert spread, the potted flower in the back, the ceiling fan, the Velociraptor mural window behind it. Because once I put this wall into place and start locking this, it'll be harder to show you that side of the building. So yeah, now we're going to line up the last pair of windows for this side. That's gonna start to secure this front wall into place here. We're gonna slide this down to here. And obviously we need to secure it a little more before I can risk picking this up again and turning it again, because it's not secured yet. We don't want things falling apart on us before it's secured. So we have this long brick that goes across the top here and secures all the windows into place and the pillars. And now the facade is one solid unit, and pretty solidly, it's still not quite solidly attached to the main building yet. So that we need to keep building up some more of these structural bits so that the whole thing can be secured. We do have here another column we're putting in. And this section. And this goes here to shape the back wall of the facade here. Okay, and then we put these jumpers in next to the pillars. If I were the one designing the instructions, I would have put these jumpers in like when we were on that level of the plating, instead of waiting until it was difficult to get our fingers in there. But I'm not the one who made these instructions, so I'll just have to do the best I can getting these into place. Alright, we're good. And some more plants here. This time these big vine pieces. And they will go in here behind the windows on those jumpers we just put in. My finger doesn't want to get in there, but we'll do our best. And you can see those vines through the outer windows. That's pretty cool. And now we're doing okay. So little lanterns for this wall. Again, you can't really see what I'm doing here, but I guess I can try and turn it. There's these little lantern pieces that we're putting together. If it doesn't roll off the table first, of course. Got it. Actually, we're an hour and 40 into stream, and that was the first time a piece went off the table tonight. That might be a new record for me. So if I pick this up and show you this wall here, the inside of this wall, you can see these two little lanterns we just put in and the vines we just put in. And then this plate here goes along the top and secures this column in as well. And then the A plate here comes here, and this will secure this wall to the main facade. And now I can actually comfortably pick this up because that wall's not loose anymore. It's secured from both the top and the bottom now and is firmly attached. So, now it's just a matter of detailing and shaping. And now it looks like we're building another dessert table. Yeah, definitely another dessert table going up now. Oh, it looks like there's even a little piece of pie on this dessert side of the dessert spread. And we have another bowl. And this bowl looks like it's got some green jello going on. Gotta love the green jello. So here's this side of the dessert spread. And this will go in the middle of the room on this side. Right up to the edge of the plate. And you can actually see that dessert table through the window. You can see the back end of that table through the window there. And that spread even has some chairs to go with it. So we'll put these chairs in. Like that. And then it's time for bag 3. But first, let's get the spare bits out of the way. Alright, bag 3. Let me consult my guide to characters real quick. Okay, so I think I know who this one's going to be. We're going to be adding another character now. But first, I have to dump the parts out. And given that we built up the room on this side, the inside of the room with that nice dessert party, I think this bag, we're going to be building up this room, the Parasaurolophus wing, which right now is still quite empty with nothing in it. But in order to see what I'm doing, the other wing's going to get in the way, I think. First, let's get everything out of the bags here. So structurally, this side is going to do a lot of the same things the other side did, but with different interior detail. And guess what? After this bag, we get to bring out the first of the two dinosaurs. But first, let's get all the pieces out of here and ready onto the table.
Can you mute your mic for a second?
Alright, we're back on. Sorry about that. So, let me go ahead and build this next character. We are looking for his leg piece. Oh, and I do see some dinosaur egg pieces in our parts pile. So, I think we're building the lab side of the building right now. So, let's get the face going. Okay, he has two faces. Smiley and also smiley, but we have smiley or different smiley. We'll just go with the face I've already placed for him. Let's get his hair on. So this is Dr. Wu. He's the head scientist of Jurassic Park. He's the one who does that monologuing in the beginning of the movie about the dinosaur DNA. I think. It's been a few years. I might be misremembering characters and sequences, but I think he's the one who did that monologue. So Dr. Wu. It's my understanding he was also involved in Jurassic World. Anyway, so let's keep going with the build. We're starting with an infographic panel, it looks like. So, let's get the... Is that white or is that clear? I think that's meant to be white. Okay. Yeah, that's white. Alright. And then it goes on a little gray brick. Plain brick, it looks like. Where is that? And it gets the gray grill piece on top. There it is. And this one gets a sticker. This sticker is the... Oh, okay. Another reference from the movie. Of course, everything in this set is a reference from the movie. That's kind of the whole point. Centering's not the best, but at least I got left to right centering. Doesn't look that terrible. That's Mr. DNA, the CG character that Dr. Wu and his team had created to talk about the wonders of Jurassic Park's science division. And this will go into there like that. Oh, and now we're creating what looks like a lab station. There's a big upper dome bit on a hinge. So this is some kind of lab equipment, I think. We're definitely doing the lab side because we saw the Mr. DNA sticker, so. This assembly we're building now is definitely something to do with the science side of Jurassic Park. Alright, where's that grill piece? Okay, it's not under the, it didn't go under the building. We're looking for one of those little 2x1 grills. That's what the instructions say I have to put on. There it is. It was hiding under things. And then we have this clear dome that we attached onto the clips like this. So we have this. It looks like it's the upper portion of some kind of science device. And we're just going to stick this onto the plate inside. That's on opposite the mural from Mr. DNA. Like that. And here we have okay, we're building an egg incubator, it looks like. So here's our little incubator with 2 dinosaur eggs in it. And this is going to go in front of that cover like this, inside the building. And you can take the top down over the eggs like that. You can see how I've pushed the cover down over the eggs. But it looks like we also have this little robot arm thing, which can be used as a tool for science. So if the top is open, that can point down in on the eggs. So let's build our little tool device here. So we have this thing here. Oh, and this little arm, this little robot arm piece does articulate and turn, but you have to be careful because some of the connection points aren't the strongest. So we have here this robot arm thing that can be used that goes down here next to the incubator and can be used to handle the eggs. Like this. Can push it down into the eggs like that. Like that's the tool when it's working on the eggs. But for now, let's neutralize the tool and shield the eggs. Because this room is about to become a construction site, and we want to protect the eggs from outside harm. So, we're going to push that here for now, so I can see what I'm doing, and we can start building up. We can start building up the stuff on this side. Basically, we're doing with this wall. This wall is going to be pretty much the same as we built the other wall. So this next little bit's going to be a little bit repetitive. But that happens with the Lego buildings, so we'll get through it. Because we've seen all this before, we know what to expect, and we'll be able to move through smoothly and quickly. But there's no way for me to do this well. I'll go all the way back here, so you can see so that we're way behind the building now. So perspective will allow you to see what I'm doing, at least a little bit for now. So yeah, one side is the big dessert party, and the other side is Dr. Wu's lab. This is probably one of my more involved Lego sets in my collection. It's pretty cool. Alright, we have here our first pair of windows. And you know what happens when we finish this wall? As soon as we see the bag 4 indicator, we know that it's time to bring in our Velociraptor. We're saving the big guy, the T-Rex, for after bag 4. We've also freed up 4 of the 6 people who are in the set. That's interesting. We have here a bracket piece and a trans-like blue tile. I'm not sure what that tile represents at this time, but it'll make itself apparent later, I guess. Okay, and then we do another pair of windows. And then another one of these things. And then one more of the pillars, it looks like here. There's this goes on here. And now I can attach the wall. Let's get all this other stuff out of the way. And the wall, it attaches into the A plate like that. Yeah, there's no way I'll be able to get this on camera, so sorry. But I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. Alright, let's put in the last pair of windows. Okay, let's get all this smoothed up and into place here. Okay, so yeah, this whole little bit is pretty much the same as we did on the other side before. At least as far as the structural goes. The internals, as we saw, are a completely different story. One side is the dessert party, the other side is the lab. The cloning lab. Okay, I need to be able to see what I'm doing back here. Let's push all these out of the way real quick. Okay. Alright, looks like we're doing some kind of workbench now. Maybe. Let's just see what we're doing here. Interesting. Okay, what's this? Lots of little pieces going on here. So this looks like a lamp. So yeah, that's a table lamp or a desk lamp. Okay, so this looks like a computer terminal that we're building up in this step. One of those old style CRT monitors, it looks like, those big bulky things. So glad science upgraded us to flat screens. Take up much less space on a desk. So now we get this computer screen sticker, and the computer screen sticker is showing an old style computer a retro vintage style computer graphic of a dinosaur egg. There's our little old style bulk monitor with its dinosaur egg printout. And there's a printed keyboard tile to go in front of that, in front of our little bulky monitor. So there's what the whole computer looks like with the printed, printed keyboard piece. So we are building a computer workstation here. And oh wow, the surprises for the lab just keep coming. We also have this printed amber piece with fossilized mosquito inside, under the lamp. There's our printed amber piece. That's pretty cool. Now what's going on this side? We got some more action going on over here, it looks like. Is this? Oh wow. We have a little microscope for this little piece of amber on this side. That's actually a clever little micro build for a microscope here. Here on this side, right here, we have a clever little microscope. And this whole workbench section, this is the workbench as a whole, our amber, our desk lamp, our computer, and our microscope. This will all go inside here behind these windows like this and line up into this little alcove here that we've created. And you can actually see the back end of the workbench through the outer windows there. Not really coming up on camera because I don't have it rotated right, but whatever. Now let's just finish securing the structure now. So we have a nice little lab inside, and as soon as we secure the structure, I'll go ahead and show you the room as a whole before we move on. Okay, and now we just need to looks like we need to line up the top ends of the pillars here. Okay, I had a feeling that's what was going to go on these snots here. So yeah, with the top halves of these pillars being placed now, the building does look a little bit more refined, a little better now with the top ends of the pillars in place. Looks much more polished already, even though we still have to build the whole top section of the place. Okay, we got to put some flowers in now. Looks like we're starting with a light pink over here. So now we're just lining in some flower patterns here. So I'll show you the front after I finish the flower patterns. It's a good thing I didn't have that one pressed in all the way, because I'd actually put the incorrect bit on top for the flower on that leaf. Now that I swap them out, we can put it in as we're supposed to. Alright, bag 4. But we're not quite ready to do bag 4 yet. First, we have to get rid of all these spare bits, get them into the spare bits bowl. And once again, I'll show you the interiors, because this building's getting harder to pick up. So here's our dessert spread on the inside. Here's the interior entranceway with the two dinosaur murals. On this side we have Dr. Wu's lab. And then in the front here, you can see the windows going along the front. There's still a lot of exposed brackets around the big doors in the middle. I'm sure we'll be dressing that front facade up quite a bit more before we're done. But do you remember what I said we were doing before bag 4? We will be... I'll be opening the dinosaur bits because we need to get out our Velociraptor bits. Yeah, those are the smaller legs. Okay. So these are our raptor bits here. So Velociraptor legs and arms. We have our Velociraptor bits, and we will be building our first, we will be adding our first dinosaur for the Visitor Center set. So, and I need this pin as well. So we have here the raptor body, and it too has studs on top, so theoretically, if you wanted to do crossovers and stuff, you could have someone ride this thing. Attach the legs. Attach the arms. Put in the neck pin. Attach the head. And attach the jaw. We have our Velociraptor. Pretty cool. This is an awesome looking dino. And Velociraptors are one of the dinos that they do the most. Across the Jurassic World line, there's like 5 or 6 different color schemes for this guy. But this is the classic first movie color scheme. Posable arms, posable legs, legs have anti-studs. So you can really make it, put it in a dynamic action pose. Head turns side to side, just and the mouth opens, showing its sharp teeth inside. Yeah. We want to make sure that the legs are parallel with each other so that it can stand. The Velociraptor has entered our build now. Now we can go on to bag 4. And bag 4 says we also get this little ribbon. I'll punch it out from the sheet when we're ready to attach it. Well, bag 4 is a lot of big pieces. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to keep bag 4 on camera. Bag 4 is a ton of big pieces. So let's see how well I can spread out here. So the first objective with bag 4 is to get all the pieces to build our next character. And this character is going to be Ray Arnold, played by Samuel Jackson of Star Wars and Marvel fame. Well, his Star Wars and Marvel fame and even Pixar fame came later, after this movie. But Ray Arnold is the guy from the maintenance department who he went to the maintenance shed to try and restore the power after Dennis Nedry shut down the system, and he got eaten by a velociraptor. So he has a scared face and kind of a neutral face. We'll go with neutral. Now, I know he was killed by the velociraptors in the movie, and his death actually happened off screen, so you don't even get to see it. But I think for the display, we'll have him being eaten by the Tyrannosaur, because everyone else, every other figure that came with this set is survives the movie. So if I can only kill one minifigure, it's this guy. So here's Ray Arnold. And when it comes time to pull out the T-Rex, we'll see if we can get the T-Rex to eat him. Meanwhile, let's proceed with our build. Okay. Yeah, I need to have the building facing me in order to be able to see what I'm doing with this. The parts pile now, the building's so massive that the parts pile is out of control, as evidenced by the fact that I just yeeted a piece onto the floor with very little provocation there. How do I do this without knocking everything else onto the floor, though? It's a gray against a gray carpet. But the piece I knocked off is a 2x1, meaning it's not going to be in spare parts. There it is. Okay, that wasn't too difficult. But we need to not let that happen if we can avoid it. So yeah, I know the back of the building is to you. You can still kind of see what I'm doing. For now, since we're working on the upper level, so it's not really in the way of whatever. Let's okay. My parts pile, given how bulky the parts in this pile are, is a little unwieldy, given how big the building is as well. So I'll do the best I can. I'll get as much on camera as I can. But we need to focus on the side of not yeeting pieces onto the floor when possible. So let me pull some of these off, out of the spread, I mean, so I can focus on what we're doing here. Some of these bulkier pieces need to go off to the side. Okay, there's one of the pieces. So it has us doing these big brackets on the front. So I'll definitely at some point need to turn, once we start decorating the front, I will need to turn this whole building around so you can see it from the front. So yeah, no stream tomorrow because we just streamed 2 days in a row. But I have a bunch of Lego streams coming in the next couple weeks. And we still have to get back and continue our campaign in the TCG Card Shop Tycoon game we started playing last week. So yeah, lots of content coming up on the channel. I just don't have a set schedule because I'm still not sure what's going on with Halloween week. Okay, just need to find 2 more of those wedge plates, and then we will be able to keep going with this. First of all, these pieces are big and need to come off as well. I'm trying to set some of the bigger pieces aside so that we're not having all the smaller pieces buried. There's supposed to be 2 more of those little wedge pieces. They're not in the bag. Of course, I'm careful to get everything out when I dump the bag, so there's one of them. There's the other one. They were just hiding behind the pieces that I already moved off. Okay. I'm looking at how this piece is designed, how they've structurally secured everything, and I really don't know how I'm going to break this down for storage when it comes time to take it off display, which is an inevitability given my limited display space. But I guess I'll worry about that when the time comes. It's going to be on display for quite a while. I've already set a dedicated area for it. So now we're putting up some more brackets along the front here. Okay, it wants me to operate from the other side now. Let's see if I can do this without disturbing things. Wow, this building's got some weight to it. You can see all the bracket work we have going along the front side of the main entrance here. Obviously, there's some more detail work to be filled in there. But you can see how clean the outer walls look now that we have the upper halves of the pillars on. Okay. How are we doing things? So it looks like we're starting to do structure and shaping for the roof sections of the building now. Okay, there's a Technic brick. Okay. There should be one more of those bricks. There it is. Okay. And then it looks like we have some more Technic pieces going on here, including this weird axle. I've never seen this particular axle type before. It's like it's got a stoppage in the middle, but I've never seen this particular specific arrangement. I've seen axles with other kinds of stops before, though. What's the other piece we need? Okay, so there should be a gray Technic piece. There it is. Okay, so given how we positioned that Technic piece, I would assume there's some kind of plate feature going on here. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay. Alright, those go there. We still need that gray slope here behind this bracket. And now our first traces of the iconic brown roof. Smaller curves for here. And now this starts to put in the shaping of the roof. Okay, so now we have this long Technic brick. Before I put that on, I want to punch these in real quick while I can still get my fingers in there. And then we take this long Technic brick along the middle like that. Support beam for the roof, I guess. And then this one goes here right across it like this. And then, so basically what we're doing is, it looks like we're creating shaping and structure for the roof section. So now we can take these big pieces, line them up here with these bits. And this roof goes around the top like this. So yeah, we're basically layering the roof right now. And with those pieces on, that just took a lot of the bulk out of my parts pile. We're continuing to put in some more structuring and layering. And now I have to turn it around again in order to be able to see what I'm doing. But yeah, this roof is starting to come together. I'm surprised the Velociraptor hasn't tried to eat anyone yet. That's kind of what they do in the movie. Okay, we're coming up on the 3-hour mark of stream, but I knew this was going to be a big one tonight, so we've only got about 40 pages of instructions left. We're moving through this set pretty quickly. The good news is because this building's open on the back, so you can have a playset interior, we really only need to build about half the depth of the roof. Yeah, the roof is looking good. I like this design that they've done for the roof here. There we go. There's supposed to be another one of those gray slopes here. I knocked something off, didn't I? Shoot. Let's fix that real quick. And let's move the arm into neutral because the incubator is closed. There it is. Okay, okay, so the central tower of the roof is done. And next time it has me turn it around, I will, you know what, I'll go ahead and show you now. Because we've finished a big structure after all. So there's the big roof structure that we just put together. I still wonder what this little Technic pin is for here. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. And now we have a 2x build. So you know how we do that. We build the page, and then we build the page again, and then we turn the page, and we keep going until it's time to attach whatever we're putting together. Alright, there's one time. And there's 2 times on the page. So now we turn the page and we build up these 2 sections some more. And there's a sub-assembly on these sub-assemblies. So let me just go ahead and finish up the main portion, and then we'll do the assembly twice. This roof came together pretty fast, actually. Oh, and I forgot to put the brick inside this section. So now let's do the rest of this. So another dish, another cone, and this goes, well, if I can line it up with the brick, it'll go in the middle. Oh, but it's supposed to overhang those, I think. So I actually have to line it up out here. But that's too much of an overhang, it looks like. So right there. I think that's how it's supposed to line up. Do that again over here. And we'll put it on top of this tower like this. Do I have them in the same position? Yes, I do. So these attach, and I just need to see from the back again. These attach up here, lining up with the back end of the room like this. So these smaller towers go on like this. Let's get these two out of the way. And then we get these two little Technic joints that we attach in to the Technic bricks back here like this. Oh, I see what's going to happen. And then we have this "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" banner that we attach on those Technic pins that we just put in. So let me attach them and then I will show you. I just have to finish connecting the banner. Okay, and I will show you when I turn this around. We have this beautiful, just like in the movie, "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" banner going across the inside of the building. And I just figured out what that little bit of Technic is for. If you take this exposed pin, if you take this exposed Technic bit here and push it out, it pushes the pin and collapses the sign, just like the Tyrannosaurus did at the end of the movie. Let me reset that though for the looks. I've got half of mine to display this from the back side when I set up my display, just because of all the cool detailing there is on the back side, as opposed to the front side, which is just a building exterior. But whatever, I'll figure it out. So yeah, let me just see that for myself now. And this this microscope build is definitely not secure. I think this pin does require a little bit too much force, though. Maybe if I don't push the pin in all the way. Yeah, that's a little bit more realistic action. But the material's too smooth and strong, though. So you can't really get the effect that they're going for with the collapsing banner. It just like flies off. But it's cool. Alright. So now it says to do bag 5, and bag 5 it looks like we're going to get our third and final version of Dr. Ellie Sattler. But before we go into bag 5, we have to reveal the other dino from the set. And man, I'm out of space now, aren't I? Oof. I'll pick those up tomorrow. Alright, let's get these open. Let's get our last dino out. So here's our dinosaur body. And here's the rest of the dinosaur in here. Wow. If I remember correctly, there's 8 pieces. This dinosaur is going to be another big one. It looks like articulation for the tail, legs, arms, neck, and jaw. So this is the most articulated of all the dinosaur figures that we did this week. It too has studs on the back if you want to have people riding it. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and put them together. Wow, and these teeth are actually kind of pointy. Kids can really poke themselves on these things. And makes a nice big click when you ratchet it open and closed. Wow, that's a nice big dino. Let me just see. For comparison, yeah, the Velociraptor is much larger than the Dilophosaurus from earlier. I have a feeling bag 5 is going to be a lot of the detailing to fill in around the door where we have those brackets. So let me just turn it around, and you can look at the dinosaur banner for a little bit. And let's go ahead and get bag 5. We've got about 25 or so pages left of instructions. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We still have 5 stickers on our sheet. So bag 5 begins with Dr. Sattler again. And yet a different torso print from the two we saw last night. She's got neutral face and scared face. Let's put her in neutral. Oh, the actress, I forget her name, but the actress who played her in Jurassic Park, 2.5 decades later, ish. Let's see, what year was the movie? 2017. Yeah. About 2.5 decades later, played the purple-haired Resistance Admiral in Star Wars Episode 8. So there's Dr. Sattler in her final appearance. And we'll put her with the other characters over here. So yeah, we have 2 big dinosaurs over here getting ready to attack the building. And I've got the parts here. So yeah, I'm going to build up the facade of this building, and then hopefully I'll be able to turn it around and show you. Well, this is stickers that need to be lined up, and they need to be lined up across brackets. This is going to be a bugger for me to do the way this is positioned, because I need the stickers to line up. Unless I have an idea. Now that I put the first tile on prematurely, I have an idea. If I can just get a nail in there. I know how I'm going to get into that piece and get it out. Am I doing that? I might be doing that backwards, actually. The girl's a little top heavy because of her hair and because she can't sit. Okay, I'm poking up the edge of my separator here. I may want to tack it actually from the outer edge down here. There we go. Wow, that brick separator is getting pretty chewed up now. Just on that one attack, but let's try this again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tiles in front of me and try and line up the stickers before I put it on. Because these are 2 stickers that need to be lined up as close to precisely as possible. It's the T-Rex skeleton mural above the door of the building. If I can just get this one. It's not going to be exact, I don't think. I'm not going to press this one down all the way until I check the alignment. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that worked out nicely. Now let's get these stickers into their positions. top of the door here. I'm just building up the areas around the brackets here. Yeah, I got those stickers to line up nicely. Now these stickers do not have to line up precisely because they're on opposite sides of the door. But I do need to make the picture a little bit bigger to see how the stickers are oriented on the door. Oh no, I just went all the way back to the beginning. Excuse me a moment, I lost my instructions. Okay. I may have to wing it on these two tiles here. But yeah, there's like this dinosaur bone motif going up and down along the sides of the door. And I hope I'm positioning them facing the right way, because actually the box is pretty big, so the picture on it will be pretty big. I can just look over at the box and figure out which way I'm supposed to put these tiles. Okay, yeah, I see how I'm supposed to do it. Okay, so this one will go like this. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I know the back of the building is to you right now, but when I finish placing these stickers, you'll see how good the front of the place looks. Okay, this sticker goes on this side of the door. And now we're just gonna keep tiling in some details here. We still have one sticker left on it, the sheet, so I can't show you the empty sticker sheet just yet, because it's not empty yet. We need one more. We just passed the 3-hour mark of stream, and we're in the final bag. So I'd say we made good time, considering not only the size of this set, but the fact we did another whole set before this one. There you are. And actually, if we open up his mouth, we can take a figure, I think. I don't think he's gonna stay. If I put the mouth up like this, then maybe, where gravity's not working against him. Yeah, so I can actually show him eating a figure if I put his head all the way up like that. That might be a thing I do for the display, but it's more natural to have his head facing that like that. So maybe we'll have to see. Anyway. So we got our 6 people up front there, our 2 dinosaurs, and now I'm just putting finishing touches on the building here. And of course that had to go flying out of my hand. I didn't even let go of the piece, it just slipped out of my hand. And of course it fell where I can't see it. There we go. We got it. Okay. And the kids fell down again because short legs mean they're unposable. Okay. Now what was I doing? Right, we need to tile up this piece. Alright, that goes up there. Wrong piece, we want the that piece. And then this long tile. And this goes in like this. And I just got to build the one for the other side now. So there's a little bit of this transparent blue, the way it lines up. There's a little pool by the door. Well, not really pool, but like a water effect around the entrance of the building. And that will go across the bracket on this side. So yeah, the front facade is pretty much done. Looks like we have a little bit more detailing bits I have to add while I'm on this side though. Alright. And then we have these tiles. Okay, then we have a mini dinosaur skeleton. Alright, so the facade is done. Let's see if I can turn this thing around and show you. And then looks like I have about 15 pages to build the mini dinosaur skeleton, which I'll do over here behind the building, and hopefully you can see me. You know, so you can see here, let's see how I can do this without breaking it, but you can see the front of the visitor center is finished, and I know the instructions are in the way, and you can get a better view a bit later on, but let me go ahead. Let me try and make an area where you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'll put this in the back here, behind the dinosaurs for right now. So yeah, the visitor center is a little bit off screen, but we'll fix that up later. When I turn the instructions off so we can do the exit view, we'll fix that up so you can see better and see the set as a whole. But this is that T-Rex skeleton that they had on display in the lobby of the visitor center building. The one that the real T-Rex came along and knocked down at the end of the movie as they were finally escaping the building. This is actually going to be the second T-Rex skeleton in my collection. Of course, you remember the big one that we did on stream several months ago. Obviously, this T-Rex skeleton is at a much smaller scale than that one, and is not going to be as detailed. But it's still very good looking. Okay, let me just build the 8 units and then I'll attach them. I think it'll be more efficient that way. Yeah, so this is a very nice representation of the iconic building from that movie. Okay, these bits are done. I can attach them to the main unit now. Alright, that goes on. And then we gotta put them on this side as well. Let's keep going. Okay, that's in the way. Okay, so this goes here. Okay. That one goes not there. Did I use an... Yes, I used an incorrect piece in there. Which begs the question, where is the correct piece? There it is, hiding under the other piece. So I have to do an on-the-fly correction again. This is the piece that's supposed to be in there. So let's see, this is that, then there's that layer, and then this layer goes on top. And this comes off because it's in the wrong place. And then this section okay, did I miss something? There's this clip here. There's this section here, which, yeah, that goes back there like this. And now I can put the rest of this back together, because then this section goes onto the, like that, and then this section goes onto it like that, and I just solved the issue I had with having incorrect pieces in. So let's continue. I know the building's off screen right now, but it's massive, and I'd like to try for you to be able to see what I'm doing. Now that I said that, I just realized that this whole build's behind the building so far. Sorry about that. And then we need to build 2 of this section. Okay. Since these are the legs and it's going to be unstable if I try to attach them first, I'm going to build the whole section twice and then attach both of them. Interesting. The battle droid torso piece from Star Wars. Let's build all that because I need to build 3 claw sections, it looks like. So let's build the other main leg portion first, and then I'll build all the claws and attach them. There should be one more of those battle droid torso pieces. There it is. Okay, we're building up the leg toes now. Okay, should be another there. Okay. So it shows them currently angling out like this. Kind of in a weird frog pose for right now, it looks like. And now it has us create the little stand. And there's the last sticker. The last sticker just says T-Rex on it. And this one we want to be straight-ish. It's straight-ish. It's good enough. There's the empty sticker sheet. And there's the sticker. It just says T-Rex on it. And it just gets... At least that one fell directly within eyesight, so I can actually see where it went. The kids keep falling, and now I can't even get it to them right now. Okay. So, we're supposed to put this stick inside the body and then fold up and pose what we've got of the body so far around it. So give me a moment to try and align everything. And once I get the body as it is into alignment, we'll be able to proceed with building the rest of the skeleton. There's only a relative few pieces left. We're getting there with this build, with this little side build. It's not nearly as involved a skeleton as the big one I have across the room. It also looks to be a bit smaller scale than the actual dinosaur figure. So maybe this was the skeleton of a younger T-Rex. I think I got the leg lined up pretty well enough. All right. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for what it is. I do have some of the ribs out of alignment, though. All right, it doesn't need to be perfect. Let's continue. Okay. We're almost there. We are, it looks like by the time we finish posing things, we'll be pretty close to the 4-hour mark. But I'm not sure, we may not go over. There's not a lot of pieces left. There's only like a few pages left of instructions. And you can see there's not a lot of pieces left. Okay, let's put this over here out of the way so I can focus on what I'm actually working on. We're not feeding anyone to the dinosaurs for our exit display tonight. We're gonna let them coexist, but you know when it gets time for the display, action is going to happen. And people are gonna get eaten then. Okay, so we're building the little skull right now, it looks like. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting way to do the neck joint. But yeah, that's pretty cool actually. So we have our cool little T-Rex skeleton. Let's get him posed up. So here's our T-Rex skeleton. Cute little side build there. Let's take the spare bits off and create our exit arrangement. How am I going to do this? We can take the tool aside. And there's just pictures of the other sets we got. Yeah. So let's go take the instructions off so we can see what we're doing. Let's go take the instructions off. Okay, so we'll start with the building facade in the back. In terms of musicians available to raid, there's only one tonight, John Lee, so I guess that's who we're raiding tonight. And of course a person falls off the edge of the table. Let's gather everyone in so that nobody else falls while I recover them. Alright. Let me just take everything back for a minute so I can figure... Let me take the people back so I can figure out arrangements. We need to figure out arrangements. You know what, before I take a moment and enjoy the 3 dinosaurs from tonight. Oh, I didn't give you a close-up of the T-Rex. Nice big T-Rex figure there. Close-up of the Velociraptor. And, of course, the little Dilophosaurus. Close-up of the skeleton. Let's hold him from down here so you can see the whole thing. Alright, let me type in the raid, and then I'm not going to submit the raid till we're ready to actually go. 3 3/4 hours tonight, but I had a feeling today would be long. It's actually not quite as long as I thought it would be. So I've typed in the raid so I can just hit enter when we're ready to go over there. Now, okay, so we've got the visitor center. And you can see the people waiting to go into the scene behind the visitor center. We'll display our little T-Rex skeleton over here. And our little service truck over here. And we'll have the arrow pointing off screen. With our little scenery bit there. we'll start lining up the dinosaurs and people. Yeah, the T-Rex is much larger than his skeleton. Put the Velociraptor there, and the Dilophosaurus down here by the sign. And now the people. He's climbing on the truck, trying to escape. He's trying to get past the dinosaur. We'll stand him in front of his lab. We'll put her hiding behind the bushes there. Now I'm just making up placements, I guess. He'll be standing by the door of the building. Can you even see him? No, he's hiding behind the T-Rex if I try to put him by the door. Unless I put him right there. Yeah, on that side of the door you can kind of see him. And the kids. Can I put them up on the balcony? Yeah, I can put them on the balcony. Like this. So I've got the kids watching from the balcony. So yeah, not the most cohesive exit spread, but we have Dilophosaurus, Velociraptor, T-Rex, the T-Rex skeleton. We have our service truck and a little bit of scenery over here. And then we have Dennis Nedry, Ray Arnold, Dr. Ellie Sattler, Dr. Wu, Dr. Alan Grant over here by the door, and then the two kids watching from the balcony. So yeah, that's as good an exit spread as any, I guess. There's just too much big bulky things to make it an effective arrangement here. So yeah, this was a fun run, and it was a good conclusion to our two-part Jurassic Park streams. It was fun building these iconic movie scenes for you over the past 2 days. And we'll be back with more Lego content soon. Have a good night, and I will see you later this week. We'll be back with more Lego content. Alright, we're going to raid John Lee music. I'm setting up the raid now. So have a good night and enjoy some nice music. Raid John Lee music. I'm setting up the raid now. So have a good night and enjoy some nice music. Exactly.